the six-figure income. Who don't want to come work at the beach? This is the first pay period of the year. This is a gross before taxes. I ain't gonna front. I'll be lying if I say I like the look of the Meta glasses, because honestly, they kind of wide. Like for me, for my face, I need them to be like, cause you see my eyes. Where's that? Boom, boom. Like I got $1,148.96. That's growing interest. That's compounding. I'm investing that money every 2 weeks and basically building up my wealth pot, right? And I'm gonna show you how I structured this while still making a significant amount of money. So now I know what you're asking, like, so what's your take home?
Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Just give it! Damn!
What are you taking home? Now, this is where it all is perspective, and it's all how much discipline you have and what kind of lifestyle you want to live in the moment. Because I know what kind of lifestyle I want to live in 5 years, right? Because we all have a 3 to 5 year plan, and if you don't stick to it, you keep pushing it out, and things will become more and more unreachable. And that's what I was saying. Chase the money early, quick, and fast. Fail fast. Do everything early, quick, and fast, because you're gonna run out of energy. You ain't gonna want to do this. Then you're gonna have to be wondering why you don't have nothing and you're about to retire, you know? Because really no one's told you the plan on how to retire from your career, or how to excel to a new career, or how to jump into an industry, right? How to protect yourself, create enough assets so that way you have buffer to try some other shit. Watch me on this 0 to a milli challenge. I am the example. I am the conduit. I will use myself as a true example and be as transparent as possible, especially in this world of AI. Like, there's so many of my people, young men and women of my demographic, who pursue other things in this world but don't go hard at it, and then find themselves years, decades later trying to figure it out, running and scraping every ounce of their time to get some sort of education, some sort of trade, some sort of mentorship to try to get to what we call the bag. Your finances from the minute you're born should be well taken care of. We're just now learning this. And my children, luckily they have me to not just tell them what to do or how to associate their life and finance, or the combination, and how to find joy. They don't just have me to tell them, I have me as an example, because I am very transparent. I'm very open and honest. I'm like, look, this is where I failed at. This is what hurt me. Not just on a financial regard. How did I play a part in that? What felt like pain, failure, discomfort? What was my role in it? Because disregard the other person in the scenario. They're the lesson. How did I either allow, entertain, partake, or even coerced this to happen to me? In all regards, I'm not a victim. There's no way I can be victimized in a free world where I'm allowed to make every choice given to me by the graces of God. I cannot ever be a victim, right? Now, even for those who say, well, there are circumstances. Yes, but to remain the victim is where the failure actually sets in. And I refuse to remain a victim. Like, I'm just not going to ever adapt that mindset to, my mental framework. It's just not happening. But all that being said, here's in true transparency. This is the beginning of 2026. It's the year of the horse. My nature is to just plow through shit, like jump on it, get on it, Get past it. Hurry up. Have a great time doing it. There's no losses. The losses are lessons. Like, it's exciting to know that there's an unforeseen future. Like, that is freedom. To know that everything in front of you is for the taking and you have no idea how it's gonna affect you. Jumping out the motherfucking plane. You dig what I'm saying? Like, am I gonna live? Am I gonna die? I don't need to know that part. I just need to know that I am preparing for a greater, bigger jump. Like, the outcome will only be the surprise, will be the gift, will be the present. All of it is good. To me, like I said, I'm a Sagittarius. It's all good. But the better part of all of it is what I put to practice. I'm not a big believer in telling people what to do. In fact, I'm against it. I'm like the type to watch people like, damn, is that how you gonna do it? And it might come off like you gonna just let me fuck myself up. No, I'm not trying to let you fuck yourself up, but who am I to tell you what to do when I don't even like being told what to do? You see what I'm saying? Like, if I want answers, I'm gonna go get answers. I'm gonna seek my answers. Many of us require guidance. Some of us are independent, others are well learned and cultured. We understand our ebbs and flows, and we understand others. We are empathic. This is not what I have or don't have. I feel like I'm a combination of all. I can follow suit or I can lead. I can take charge or I can fall back. I don't ever try to place myself in a box. But at the very end of all of it, I'm gonna have a great time doing it. Whether it's good or bad, like, it's gonna be fucking bomb. Like, I'm sorry that to some, it's like, man, you could have avoided that. But guess what? I had a blast. I'm here to tell you about it, and you're entertained by it. That means that shit was fucking bomb. And yeah, and guess what? I got all my limbs, my eyes work, my nose work, my mouth work, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything is good then. It's like, as you would have put restrictions to things. You want to hold on. Most people want to hold on to stuff like, I lost this, but what did you gain? You know, it's like, I don't care ever about the losses because I came in with nothing. We walked in this world with absolutely nothing. You dig? Like my man Myron Goldie always said, your mama had to teach you what your hair was as you put it in your mouth and try to chew on it. Baby, that's your hair. Then you had to learn your left from your right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, alright, isn't all of it fun? Why you bickering and crying about the things you lost when you had nothing to begin with? So it's like all of it's up for the taking. The good or the perspective of good and bad. Only God has the true discernment to call something good or bad. No human being at the end of the day really can't tell you what good or bad. History is unfolding and it's unraveling and it's showing us that, right? Now let's get to the meat and potatoes of all of this, because everybody want to know the 0 to $1 million. Be frugal investor. I'm gonna be a steward of my money and multiply. This is my take home. This is what I take home every 2 weeks. Sometimes more, sometimes less, right? I work more overtime, is more. I work less overtime, could be less. Is it comfortable enough for me? Absolutely. Why? Because I've structured my lifestyle to be a lot less than this. Even though that, like I said, perspective. Some would say I'm rich. Some would look at me and be like, yo, you got, man, nice shit. You got, but yeah, I'm also 40. So, and I've been doing this since I was 16. So I have other avenues of income. But I got there by doing that early. You understand? Your decisions when it comes to your finances, your wealth, should be separate from your emotions. Because, like I said, even those who did harm in the world, who a lot of us would deem as cruel and evil, the reason they were able to continue that pathway, I believe, is because they viewed the ultimate mission. It wasn't like the casualties in between, right? So whatever they felt was their sense of good, because remember, us humans, we're tricky creatures. We're like, we can call something good and somebody else could call it bad, and an outsider could look at both of us and be like, both of y'all is wrong. You see what I'm saying? So it's like understanding that an emotional energy is to drive you. You know, this is your navigation system, and your finances is your mission-driven system. It's like, use your emotions to navigate you, and you use your mission to keep you in that direction. It is a balance. It is a dynamic. What you don't like, let's say in the moment, and you say, I'm gonna do what I like, it hurts the mission, and then that results to a different emotion, and that emotion at the end of that result hurts more than the initial emotion of doing what you like, then that supersedes the first emotion. So then obviously the lesson was, I'm not going to do the thing I like on the inception. I'm going to actually, do the mathematics. Like, hey, which is the outcome based emotion? Love yourself. Love, and when I say love yourself, not like love yourself, self-care, that's important. Love yourself therapy, that's important. Love yourself, the willingness to show up for yourself, that's important. Stand up for yourself, that's important. But I'm saying love yourself in the regard that you won't compromise with yourself. Like when you hear that little voice saying you can't, you won't, you just do this instead. The instead is probably not it. If you think of something and the minute you start doing it, you get any sense of doubt, but you know that the outcome is great, shut that doubt down immediately, because it's gonna set you back. It's gonna set you back. I believe is that we're all supposed to do share and create. So I'm creating and I'm sharing. So yes, that 4,200 does provide for me and my children, and we do have enough and more sometimes, right? At one point I was calling it disposable income. Then I said, I can reinvest this money. So that's what I'm doing with it, reinvesting it. And that's what the 0 to a million challenge is. The thing about the 0 to a million challenge is really is just your financial journey and how much you care about it. It's like showing up for you, working, who's making 6 figures and still blowing their check every week. And that could be 40 years old, 50 years old, 30 years old. It don't matter. It's because it doesn't click. It's not tracking. Like, you don't know what your money's for. You just know that it pays for your current lifestyle and situation. So it's like, now you might be too far to go back. You know what I'm saying? Your setup might be too good for you to chop it down a little bit, and the challenges still work for you, but there's certain things about yourself you're gonna have to reevaluate. I feel like you're gonna have to say, well, which one's more important to me, right? This wealth creation or maintaining my creature comforts? That's when you have to listen to Michael Jackson on that one. Be the change. You gotta look in the mirror. I'm speaking to the man in the mirror. We all get there to help one another. We all, right? But that's the beauty about life. It's like when it hits you, and you get the opportunity to take action, and that's God right there. It's like, let me see how you gonna do it. I want to see through your eyes. I'm giving you this information so that I can see how you gonna handle it. You feel me? What's up? You feel me? It's like we really all just lenses for God to peek through. Let me see what he doing. What? He ain't. I'll check on him in a few weeks. Holla, you need me. You know what I'm saying? That's how we looking at it. That's my own interpretation of how. Because if I was God, that's how I be looking. I wouldn't be out here everybody's favorite. I just want to see how you gonna handle it. Like, nothing just happens, friend. Like, really, nothing just happens. Like, somehow you saw the signs and you kept avoiding them. You feel me? Like, you ain't learned the lesson. So I digress again. Now, yes, the strategy, to me, I believe it will work for anyone who applies it. Will you have to do some financial restructuring in your life? Absolutely. We all do. The banks do it. The financial industry does it. The government does it. Everything that has to do with wealth allocation, money management, does restructuring. And I think that's us as people, as a society. We feel like we're the only ones who don't have to restructure a damn thing and still live out our lives great. Like, what? If you're politics in your own little town say we're not putting money towards this and we put it towards that. Why do you think that is? That's because they want to keep the ball rolling, just with whatever salaries they got going on, increases coming up, keep everything rolling, and still be able to do some type of progression. Like, does it work in your favor? Does it not? I don't know. All I know is that you can do something for you to work in your favor. Make the restructure, be the governor of your own finances, and that's what the checking off the boxes is about. It's like, and I'm gonna show you a quick view, and I'm working on my setup so I can get it more professional. I call them the boxes, but it's just like a chart, right? And it's really your own journey, how fast you want to get there. So $200, $400, $600, right? You see how the trajectory works. It just keeps going, adding by 2. And then the last one is equivalent to $20,000. And most of us have spent $20,000, like more than the times that we want to count, because we live in a very wealthy country. It's called America. And money does flow through our hands a lot, especially my demographic of people. You know what I mean? Like we be having like most highest exchange of money ever. Harlem Renaissance, when everything, when there's a great disaster in the American economy, black people be winning, but we don't be retaining, building, or investing. That's just the only bad part. But see, if you look at these figures and you just look at them as the goal, like, okay, the mission right now is 200. You put it into the investment account, you put it into your portfolio, and you let it do what it do. It's gonna pay back interest based on the market, and based on that portfolio, it's gonna guarantee dividends. It already has a guaranteed dividend. You're gonna reinvest those dividends. So that money's already working. It's working. It's doing exactly what money's supposed to do, right? Then you make your next mission, 400. You don't look at it like I'm trying to get to this. That's irrelevant. You just focus on that. It's like the AA program or the NA program. One day at a time. You feel me? Right? Instead of buying the new shoes, if you see any space to put the money to work in your account, put it to work. Say, okay, now I'm gonna move to the 600, right? Which is where I'm currently at, because I've been doing gracefully, but now I'm about to run it up, because now I'm about to really be focused. But and then you might have your seasons of focus where you might just do all of this, boom, 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 and then stop somewhere around here. Say, okay, now I gotta revisit, because obviously to get to that next mission, I need to put away a little bit more. It's gonna take me 3 months to put that in there. I'm not selling no course. I'm the vessel. I'm the conduit. I'm the example. You feel me? Like, that's why the story of Jesus has taught me. It's like, be the one. Jesus wasn't asking people to be Jesus. He was like, you be Jesus. Like you have Jesus-like qualities in you. That's why I'm God's son. You know what I'm saying? I'm a guy in the flesh. Like, I want to show you what it is he was expecting of all of us. But mind you, I'm not Christian, not religious or none of that. But it all resonates. Like it just rings true, right? Like, I'd rather be the one. But I'm being the one, I'm doing it selflessly, because obviously there's gonna be a good golden goosey pot at the end of all of this. But will it change my life? I don't feel that it would. Like, I don't feel like that amount of money will ever change my life, because there's things inside of me that I'd rather address, and it's gonna take all of me and God to fix. This money won't do that. That's just the reality of it. Like, this money won't do that. And that's why I be trying to talk to my people like, yo, here is where we need to be locked in. Here, our emotions, our mental framework, like we suffered a lot, like a tremendous amount, like for centuries. Like, it's ingrained in us, so at least this will give us breathing room to focus on that. That's how I see it. That's how I see wealth creation. I don't see it like something I need to in order to get women or create a better life for my children, or because if you think about it, your kids will always love you, and as long as you love them and show up for them in every capacity, they're gonna have a great life, because they're gonna have their own journey to live anyway. So whatever they make their life out to become is really up to them, regardless of money. Like some kids, you give them no money, they become wealthy. But that's full transparent. I am not on AI. You hear that? I probably had out white shit around my mouth. You feel me? You see, I got blemishes on my face. You dig? It is real. I'm real. I ain't no AI. I'm just a man looking in the mirror. Especially in this AI space, I'm trying to keep it as authentic as possible, because you don't even know who's telling you the truth anymore. You know, these gurus, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I got this thing going on, and then boom, sign up for this. And then you out here don't understand what the hell they talk about, but you trying to keep up and you paying for stuff. 3 deposits in, I made the 200, I made the 400, I made the 600. That was equivalent to 1,200, right? So now you see in the market currently it's down, right? We're down $5.79, right? I'm gonna click invest. See right there, 0 to a milli. Let's go to the. Oh, did it show the whole name? I love the name of it, so I really want to show it off a little bit. Go to edit. See, 0 to a milli, autopilot aggressive income 2026-2027 staging. This is the first tier of investments, right? Once we reach a certain deposit amount, which is going to be, I'm going to group it into 3 tiers, so it'll be like first tier from 200 to 6,000. Then it'll be the first tier. Then we're gonna restructure the portfolio and the fund, and it'll go from 6,200 to 14,000. Then all that money that was accumulated between the two will go in there. Then the last 3 will be like an ultra fund, where we're gonna just try to maximize our investment as we start pumping in the last deposits. So then you see here, this is the fund. Inside of this fund, let me see if I can see how rebalance. Obviously they got dividends, reinvest dividends, right? I can put a minimum cash amount that to be withdrawn out of my account every so often, and recurring amount. I can set that up also, like if I wanted to add additional. So far dividends earned is, excuse me, I'm trying to charge my camera while using it. $3. Dividends earned is $3.80. Alright, so that's money that's constantly being reinvested, and this is total income, right? So there's actual cash flow to this fund, right? Just based on the $1,200, it's going to be a total income of $94.53, right? It's estimated, right? Why? Because these are the dividends that's going to be paid back based on the purchases. So currently, this fund that the money's being held in consists of all these other funds. So it's one big fund made up of funds, right? So the performance of these funds are diversified in percentages amount and purchased in that fashion, right? So, and you can see here the dividend yield, right? It's like this one is paying out 88%. So many things in here that's juicy right now, right? Like that is where I'm trying to help us get to, where we're buying our time.